Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be going over how to use your Insta360 Go Ultra. So this is going to come from a casual user. I'm not tech savvy. This is just how I use it. So let's start off with the external components with how to use the Insta360 Go Ultra. So first you have the standalone camera and also the action pod, which is the standalone camera and then the action pod. So this magnetically attaches into the action pod, and in order to unlock it, you press on the unlock button. I like pulling it from the lens and then popping it out from the top, and there you have it. In order to put it back in, you just magnetically attach it, and there you go. In addition to that, you have the Type-C charging cable here on the side. You have the flip screen as well. And then on the right-hand side, you have the power button and also a quick action button. That's a Q right there for quick action. Now, in order to turn it on, I press it once and it automatically turns on. The blue light indicates that it's on or that it's in standby mode. But as far as settings go for your Insta360 Go Ultra, if you click on the bottom left, you can switch between photos and videos and time lapses. So we're going to select video, and then you can zoom in by clicking on the 1x or 2x or by double tapping your screen. Now this right here, I like to think of it as like the fisheye mode. So there's different fisheye filters which kind of reduce the curvature of the angle. And then when you swipe down, this is going to show you a variety of different settings. And then this is your Bluetooth mode. So Bluetooth is going to be pretty helpful when it comes to connecting an external mic. I don't use any of these other settings, so I'm just going to skip those. You also have a timed capture in case you want to take a timed photo. Now, if you swipe to the left, these are more settings which I personally don't really use. I just film. Again, this is a casual user. I'm not looking to know the Insta360 front and back. If you swipe to the right, this is going to show previous footage that you've recorded before. So it's like a playback, as you can see. Now, as far as turning on and off 360, if you press it once, the power button, this is going to turn it into standby mode. So in case something does happen, this is basically saving battery, but let's say an event is happening, you need to record quick, you can actually press it and it's going to automatically start recording. You can press the record button in order to go ahead and stop recording. And then in order to turn off your Insta360, I like to press and hold it until it automatically turns off. Now, as far as housing the standalone camera, if you go ahead and unlock it, this neck mount comes with your Insta360, so you can automatically attach it. So the standalone camera and the neck mount, usually a shirt can go in between, so it stops it from moving. So the neck mount technically goes inside of your shirt. And then you also have a clip here. So I like to call this the hat clip, just because most people tend to use this on their caps. And same thing, it magnetically attaches to the standalone camera. Now, in addition to that, if you go ahead and turn on your Insta360 again, you can magnetically attach the standalone camera to any nearby metal surfaces. I've gone as far as like down my street, which is like over like 600 feet, and I've still been able to capture the footage with the action pod that you see here. But that's pretty much it though, as far as how to use your Insta360 Go Ultra. Again, this is from a casual user. That's all pretty much I do. I don't make it complicated. I don't really add any fancy settings. The video quality is good enough for me. But I hope you found this video helpful, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.